A good parent is always there for their children.
Be good for Grandma.
Bye, Mom.
No matter what, no matter when.
Chocolate chip?
You done your homework yet?
It's a crucial role, like an insurance policy, keeping a family afloat through difficult times. But it can also sow seeds of disaster. In Pasco, Washington, 2011, 38-year-old Tasha Stewart
Hi, Mom, we're home.
is back on her mother's doorstep with her new husband and 7-year-old daughter.
I'm still on the right. I have missed you so much. Hello.
She would always come back because she needed something. She needed a place to stay. She needed money.
Tasha is in debt and unemployed.
I swear you've grown.
Her mother, Judy Hebert, offers her a lifeline.
Would you like some milk and cookies?
Judy told them that if they wanted to, they could move in with her to kind of get back on their feet.
Best of all, Judy gets to see more of her granddaughter.
She was the center of Judy's life. She knew how much Judy loved her.
Okay, next, Mom.
She thought if she could just have her close, there would be some possible hope that she would be able to be raised in a normal fashion.
Because Tasha has never been a committed mom.
She would disappear and we would go a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but she would always come back.
According to Rolf Hebert, Judy's husband at the time, Tasha hit the road, leaving Judy to care for her granddaughter.
Judy taught her how to talk. She taught her how to feed herself. That was Judy's baby.
And she gives Tasha more than emotional support.
Judy had allowed them to use a debit card to get money out of the bank or to buy things at the store.
Did you take $300 from my account?
Well, she had found that there was some money missing that shouldn't have been missing.
You have stolen hundreds of dollars from me.
But to stay connected with her granddaughter,
What are you gonna do about it, woman?
Judy lets Tasha stay.
If you did anything that upset Tasha, you knew that you weren't going to see the granddaughter for a while. She used her like a club over everybody's head.
Children can be the glue holding families together, but sometimes they become pawns in a strategic game. Many grandparents will endure a lot just to see their little ones. In 2015, in Ventnor, New Jersey,
Your favorite.
Thanks, Grandma.
Michelle Gordon is the rock of her family.
Thank you.
She's always there for her daughter, Heather Barbera, and grandchildren.
Oh, not around the food.
Her mother was supportive of her. Heather said that her mother was her backbone.
But it isn't easy. Her 40-year-old daughter is a drug addict.
Every time I see them, they're inches taller.
That's what happens when you're a part-time mom.
It's not my fault.
Oh, never is.
It costs Heather her marriage and her 2 children.
She was actually violent with her husband.
Be good for Grandma.
Bye, Mom.
And her husband actually got custody of the 2 children.
It's unusual for a young mother with young children to not have full custody or at least half custody, but that is what happened to Heather. She lost custody.
Heather can't face her reality. She retreats to the online world and posts a picture-perfect life.
Heather was very shallow. She got a boost to her ego by posting sexy pictures of herself on networks for everybody to see.
She was trying to present an image of what she wanted rather than what was actually going on.
In the real world, her troubles escalate.
Many people that knew her described her as fragile, that her temper was insanely hot compared to other people.
What took you so long, little bro?
Good things happen to those that wait.
Her temper is fueled by hard drugs, a habit she shares with her younger brother, Robbie.
There was a lot of drugs, there was alcohol, gambling, and all kinds of terrible things going on.
And that led to a seedy underbelly that she started rolling around in.
Don't tell Mom you were here.
Hell no.
You look so pretty today.
Thanks, Mommy.
Let's go to the fair.
But you don't have enough money.
Who told you that?
Nanny.
It doesn't take much to ignite Heather's temper, even the innocent words of her young daughter.
Once they divorced, her husband retained a nanny to look after the children full-time.
What did you say to my daughter?
Heather, is that you?
You told her I don't have any money.
Heather got it in her head that the nanny had turned the child against her,
She's my child.
and she had to pay for that.
How dare you?
Heather called the nanny and screamed and yelled at her, but it wasn't enough to just call her and say that.
Heather pushed her way in, and she was a maniac.
She started beating up the nanny, including knocking her to the ground, kicking her, and she did this in front of her children. In fact, it was her daughter that called 911.
This was just no ass kicking. This woman suffered memory loss, PTSD, concussion, bruises all over her body. Heather beat her until she blacked out.
Heather pleads guilty to simple assault. It works in her favor.
Heather got 2 years probation, not one single day in jail. When someone gets away with a crime of that nature, essentially the court just gave that person a pass on their next attack.
Heather still has her freedom, but loses all access to her children.
She always had emotional problems, but once she lost her children, then she really started to go downhill.
Then in 2018, another loss. Heather's brother dies of an overdose.
Heather was devastated.
I can't believe it. He was a beautiful boy.
Michelle was also devastated to lose her son. So it was a type of incident that just exacerbated all the problems that the family had.
Can I get you something to drink?
Haven't you done enough?
You're blaming me?
The tragedy should bring the family together, but instead it tears them apart.
Almost like Heather had killed him. Heather was never able to live that down. Every chance her mother got, she brought it up.
Despite their differences, the two women try and live under the same roof.
Heather, get in here.
What now?
I told you, when you moved in, there were rules. Whatever.
Along with a third generation, 87-year-old grandmother, Elaine Rosen.
Please try, Heather. I am.
Heather was in a jam as to where to live. She didn't have any money, she wasn't working.
So this situation was totally toxic. They were arguing, they were fighting with each other. It was definitely a situation that was getting worse and worse.
Hello.
Some parents never get to be empty nesters. Their children just won't stand on their own 2 feet. In Pasco, Washington, 2011, Judy Hebert is providing her 38-year-old daughter, Tasha, free room and board to try and keep her granddaughter safe.
Her mother would have given her anything because of that little girl.
But when Tasha is storing boxes in her mom's garage, there's a terrible accident.
Judy.
Judy was out in the garage, and this large box of books fell on her and almost broke her neck.
Judy is lucky, but the incident raises questions.
That it would fall off at that precise moment that she just happened to be moving on the floor in the garage, that seemed a little bit too much to be just a coincidence.
Judy tells a neighbor she thinks it was no accident.
I don't know how that box fell.
She's like, well, if I didn't know any better, I think she's trying to kill me.
Judy Hebert has a hunch why her daughter Tasha might want her dead. Money.
There was a lot of jewelry, there was a lot of cash, the house was paid for, and all that stuff was to be left to Tasha.
To protect herself, Judy changes her will, leaving Tasha only $10,000. She secures it in a safe in the bedroom. Tasha needs to get the will. First, she needs the safe's access code.
She's making a video of trying to capture the combination to that safe in the closet.
It works. Along with the will, Tasha finds something else belonging to her mother.
It was a .357 pistol revolver.
On March 3rd, 2011, just 10 days after the garage incident, Tasha tells her daughter to leave the house.
I need you to go into the garage and not come out until I come and get you, okay? Okay.
One of the neighbors that lives directly across the street, he hears 2 gunshots, and he said there's about a 4-second delay, and then the 3rd shot.
Ma'am, open up.
Police race to the home.
She came at me with an axe.
Tasha comes to the door, and she says, I had to shoot her. She was coming at me with an axe.
Inside, a gruesome scene. Judy lies dead, with 2 bullet wounds and her head cleaved by an axe.
She said that that injury had happened while they were struggling with the axe.
She admitted that she shot her mother, but she'd claimed that it was in self-defense.
But when they examine the scene, investigators expose the self-defense story for what it is, a lie.
Our medical examiner evaluated the injury, and he evaluated the flow of the blood from the head. It showed that she was not standing up. She was probably already deceased. So the question really becomes is, what was the need for any kind of self-defense at that point in time?
Piece by piece, the police exposed what really happened the day Judy died. They surmise it began with Tasha threatening her mom.
Judy Hebert believed that she was in danger. She started to initiate a phone call.
But Judy doesn't get a chance to report her problem.
911, worst emergency.
The first shot, they believe, went through her hand and entered the side of her chest, ricocheted off of her rib cage and her sternum, and went directly through her aorta.
It's a fatal wound. Tasha then sets about staging the crime as self-defense.
She took this cheap axe and hit Judy across the back of the head with it.
Tasha is arrested. Behind bars, she changes her story again, but doesn't admit her guilt.
I get a phone call from Tasha from jail. And she says, "I'm sorry, Dad, it was an accident." And I said, "Tasha, how can that be an accident?" I hung up on her. I just told her, I said, I got nothing to say to you.
In Ventnor, New Jersey, money is also on Heather Barbera's mind.
Yeah, I do. I've been trying.
She still has an expensive drug habit. So, start stealing from her mom, Michelle Gordon.
Oh, yeah, I know.
What this was, it was kind of a powder keg. You have the spark, Heather, and you have the keg of powder, the mom, meeting. All you need is one little spark, and that thing's gonna blow.
On July 7th, 2018, just weeks after Heather moves in, mother and daughter have the ultimate showdown.
Oh, for God's sake, I've had enough of your nonsense, Heather. You just walked in here, you treat this place like a hotel.
I can't say anything right.
You are stealing from us.
You can afford it.
Your uncle is right, you have to leave.
I'm not leaving till you give me some love. I need love from you. Why didn't you tell me this? Why are you gonna give it?
Heather's late father was a police officer. His treasured police baton now becomes a weapon.
When she started, she couldn't stop herself. She had to kill her mother.
When her elderly grandmother Elaine tries to intervene, she too becomes a victim.
It's shocking. It's just absolutely shocking that she could do something like this.
And it is a bloody, gruesome, horrific scene.
Heather leaves the blood, but cleans up the valuables.
She kneels down and she takes the actual jewelry off of her mother and grandmother's hands.
She also steals their cash and credit cards and goes to New York to celebrate.
It doesn't surprise me that Heather ran to New York to party. Abusers fantasize about the person they hate being dead. It was party time. Mom was dead.
Her party is on borrowed time. Heather's a wanted woman, but it doesn't stop her from going on a spending spree from New Jersey to New York.
Not the smartest killer on record here. Heather was using her mother and grandmother's credit cards, so literally, police could see exactly where she went, when she went, after the murders. This case was not hard to put together, did not take Columbo to solve.
Heather drains the life from her mother and grandmother and drains their bank accounts. Heather Barbera pleads guilty to aggravated manslaughter and first-degree murder.
The community was absolutely floored. Yes, it was shocking. I mean, the idea that a woman could brutally beat her mother and grandmother, it was just totally shocking.
In 2020, Heather is sentenced to 42 years. She will be eligible for parole in 2058.
It's a good thing she's off the streets, because let me tell you something. You are a danger to society. If you can kill your own mother and grandmother, you're capable of killing anybody.
In 2013, Tasha Stewart is also found guilty of killing her loving mom and guilty of attempted murder for the garage incident. She receives 45 years.
Just the outright greed. She wanted it all, and she wasn't willing to work for it.
Judy always put her daughter first. But her love was never reciprocated.
No good deed goes unpunished. And ultimately, Judy paid for her kind heart.
It's natural to hope family values are passed down.
You got it.
To want children to live by the morals and ethics they've been taught.
Smile or else.
But the desires and values between generations
Open this door right now.
are rarely the same.
How dare you wear that top in public?
And when the two collide, someone is going to lose. October 2002. In England's riverside town of Warrington, known as the Gateway to the North, 16-year-old Shafilia Ahmed makes plans for the weekend.
Hey, would you like to come see a band on the weekend?
That's a great idea. You want to go? I know I want to, but...
Just think about it.
She was a bright, bubbly girl. She worked very hard at school. She had a lot of friends.
All 7-7.
Shafilia is no rebellious teenager. She's a bright student with big dreams.
Shafilia wanted to be a lawyer, study law at university, and then later on in her life perhaps become a prosecutor or a defense lawyer.
Such a dedicated student should be the apple of her parents' eyes. But 39-year-old Farzana Ahmed and her husband Iftikhar have a strict religious code.
Shafilia wanted the lifestyle that all her friends had at school. She wanted a boyfriend. Iftikhar and Farzana did not want that.
Her parents come from a very different culture.
Although they lived in the UK, their social and cultural attitudes were steeped in the tradition of rural Pakistan.
Her parents' marriage was arranged. They expect their eldest daughter to follow in her mother's footsteps.
Do something.
Dad? Dad?
They wanted a daughter who was like Farzana, who was happy to agree to an arranged marriage.
Fraternizing with Western boys is not acceptable.
Mom!
Her parents believe Shephelia is shaming the family.
They had found numbers of boys that she'd had on her phone, as probably any teenage girl would have.
It's just talking to a boy from school. You were acting like a whore.
The parents were very against this. This was absolutely not the way to live your life.
Who is this? He's just a school friend.
You don't even know his family.
Why do I need to know his family?
Shephelia feels the full wrath of her mother's fury.
Her mother tried to strangle her, and the bruises were so bad that they kept her away from school until they'd gone.
For days, the teenager is kept prisoner in her own home.
She wrote many poems and letters describing the hurt and turmoil, the fear she felt living with her parents.
Good grades and ambitious plans aren't enough for Shephelia's parents. They want total obedience. In Detroit, Michigan, 2012, 74-year-old Sandra Lane.
Chocolate chip?
Mm-hmm. You done your homework yet?
Is determined her grandson, Jonathan Hoffman, will also toe the line.
He was an average, good teenage kid. He liked computers, online games, he loved cars. He'd never been in any trouble, and he loved his family.
Jonathan's family have recently moved to Arizona.
You got it.
Can I have a cookie now?
Rather than disrupt his last year at high school,
I promise.
the 17-year-old stays in Michigan and moves in with his grandma.
It was apparent that Sandra seemed delighted by this. She wanted to take care of him. She adored her grandson.
A retired teacher, Sandra's determined to see her grandson graduate.
The Lanes thought, okay, this won't be so tough, not realizing everything that would go into actually supervising a child of that age at their age versus having him as the grandson that they would see occasionally.
Jonathan's no longer her cute little boy. Things soon start to change.
He started hanging out with a certain group of kids. They were hanging out late at night. They'd been into this synthetic marijuana, spice.
It's a recipe for trouble.
Jonathan! Open this door right now.
Hide.
Jonathan!
What's up?
Sandra signed up for her sweet, loving, devoted, good grandson. But that's not what she got. What she got was a troubled teen.
You happy?
What are you doing in there?
Nothing.
To her husband, Fred, the teenager's behavior is a red flag.
He needs to go back to his parents.
No, he doesn't. I can handle him.
But Sandra still thinks she can control her grandson.
Sandra should have gotten on the phone and called the parents and said, come get him.
Jonathan becomes increasingly rebellious. One night, he experiments with magic mushrooms. Things go dangerously wrong.
He was hallucinating. He was not in good shape at all. He knew he was in trouble.
I think I'm dying. Help me.
Jonathan is rushed to the ER.
You could have killed yourself.
I know. It was stupid.
Worried that he's running off the rails, His mother races from Arizona to be by his side.
Eat your food.
Mom wants him in rehab.
So what's the story?
We found a place in Utah.
He is not going to rehab.
Mom, he's going.
Over my dead body.
But Sandra digs in her heels.
Disgusting.
Sandra Lane would have no part of that. She said, "You are not taking Jonathan. Over my dead body will you put him in that facility."
Eat it. Eat it.
Why wouldn't a woman want her troubled, drug-using grandchild to get help? Perhaps Sandra thought that because she had been a teacher and she was Jonathan's grandmother, that she knew best.
More.
And maybe she simply wanted to control him.
When they return home, Sandra resolves to show Jonathan who's boss.
You're sure you don't want me to stay away?
Take the dog for a walk. I'll handle this. Get up. Get up.
Every time that Sandra would send her husband out of the house to walk the dog,
Your behavior in this house is unacceptable.
it would be because of an argument between the two, and Jonathan would get pretty loud.
You're not my mother.
No.
Their arguments become increasingly heated and ugly.
Can you just get out of my room, please?
Andrew!
Just go. Go take the dog for a walk.
You would think she had so many reasons to send him back to his parents or have him put in a facility, but no, she was determined. She was going to control this boy, and he was going to do what she told him to do, period.
Don't you dare touch me!
I'll touch you as much as I like.
She wouldn't let go.
Do you hear me? You got it?
Sure.
In Warrington, England, Iftika and Farzana Ahmed have a similar problem with their 16-year-old daughter, Shafilia.
What did you miss the most? I missed you. Oh, it's so good to have you back.
They are determined to maintain control.
She was outside school and chatting with her friends, normally in the way that any teenager would. He pulled up in his car, grabbed her into the car and drove off.
They know exactly how to shield their daughter from Western ways.
Shafilia's parents bought tickets for her to go to Pakistan.
This is more than a family holiday.
I'm ready.
Her mother plans something special. An arranged marriage in a remote farming village in Pakistan.
Aged just 16, she was taken to Pakistan to meet her would-be groom, the man that they had decided would marry her.
My son would be very good for your daughter.
I think that will be a very good arrangement.
You smile or else.
For Shafilia, it's the worst possible future.
She finds some bleach in the bathroom of the house where she was staying, drinks the bleach.
Bleach is a strong chemical used for cleaning. It burns everything in its path. When you drink it, it destroys all of the tissues that line the inside of the mouth, the esophagus, and the stomach. So there is tremendous pain. It was the desperate act of a frightened young woman who didn't want to be married to an older man in Pakistan.
Her parents do not call a doctor.
It's shocking that Shafilia had no medical attention. It is stunning to me that they could have watched her suffer.
She'd been so physically damaged by this suicide attempt that the family of the man she was supposed to marry rejected her in any case.
The family returns to England, where Shafilia finally gets medical help.
She went to hospital herself. It wasn't the parents that took her to hospital. She realized she was ill and needed help.
After months convalescing, Shephelia is back to her Western ways.
Iftikhar?
She turned up without a coat on and a T-shirt.
Sit!
And they deemed that to be a disrespectful Western style of dress. They were furious.
How dare you wear that top in public?
On September 11th, 2003, family honor
Where is your coat?
trumps parental care.
Stop it, Daddy!
A lot of this was pure hate and rage. This was a girl who, as they saw it, had brought utter shame on their family, had continually disobeyed them.
Shephelia's sister watches helplessly.
Just finish it here!
During the attack, Fazana shouted, "Finish it." She wanted Shephelia dead. Iftikhar grabbed carrier bag and stuffed it inside her mouth to smother her, to stop her from breathing.
She couldn't take a breath, and when she did try to breathe, her father put his knee into her chest and upper abdomen. Her chest wall could not expand. Basically, she was suffocated. And her parents held that plastic over her mouth and nose for another 5 or 10 minutes until they were absolutely certain that she was dead.
For Shephelia's siblings, watching their sister die in front of them must be something that is going to live with them for the rest of their lives. They saw her being carried into a car and then driven away.
They dump their daughter's body in the River Kent and swear their family to secrecy.
When her parents were asked about it, they just shrugged their shoulders and said she's run away.
They wouldn't even release a picture of her. They wouldn't release her surname because they thought it was going to bring shame on their family.
Then, 5 months later, Shephelia's body washes up on the riverbank.
It was badly decomposed. She was identified by her jewelry and by her dental x-rays.
All signs point to murder,
Why do I need to know his family?
and the British police know about this family's troubled past.
The police, very early on, suspected that the parents were behind this.
The police place listening devices in the Ahmed home, hoping the parents will incriminate themselves.
They heard Shephelia's mum, Fazana, warning the other children not to say anything. It wasn't specifically said that this was about the murder, but it was clear what was implied.
But there's no solid evidence, and the case starts to cool.
There was no way that they could charge them with anything.
And Shephelia's siblings stay silent.
Watching your sister get killed, you must immediately think, well, who's going to be next?
In Detroit, Michigan,
You're not my mother.
No, but I am your grandmother, and
wayward grandson Jonathan Hoffman is showing no signs of obedience.
But grandparents have far less control on a child than their own parents do. And that was the case in this household.
Less than a week after Jonathan's drug overdose, he's in trouble again.
Step to the front of the vehicle.
He's caught red-handed.
The possession of marijuana put him on probation.
Sandra Lane's tough love isn't working, but she doesn't call his parents. She takes a dramatic step.
She got a gun and she learned how to shoot it.
Squeeze the trigger.
But she doesn't tell a soul.
She had an agenda. Perhaps she was afraid that Fred would say, "We're not living in the house with a gun." But perhaps it was something else.
On May 18th, 2012, Jonathan undergoes a drug test, part of his probation.
The night before, Jonathan had once again done some spice. Why he was that stupid, I don't know. I can only say he was a teenager.
Inevitably, he tests positive. When Sandra picks him up, he's in hot water.
When Jonathan failed a drug test and was looking at potentially going to jail,
You're not going to Arizona.
If I don't go to Arizona, I'm gonna go to jail.
You're going to jail if you leave Michigan, you idiot.
and then told Sandra he wanted to leave, I think she couldn't take it. She was angry and frustrated. Rather than let him walk out the door, she took action.
Just give me some goddamn money!
Get off! Get off!
She said no.
Get off, will you?
Absolutely not.
Look, I've just about had enough of you. Just grow up.
Or what?
You just wait and see, okay? Jonathan!
Nobody defies Sandra.
What's going on?
Take the dog for a walk.
Sandra looked like a sweet suburban grandmother. But that wasn't the whole story. She could be dictatorial, controlling, and sadistic. Rather than let him walk out the door, she took action.
Jonathan's staying.
Sandra said she went and got the gun to make Jonathan listen. When someone brings out a gun to make a point, someone's going to die.
She shot him. Here's Grandma. Grandma who used to pick him up and take him out to get an ice cream cone. Grandma who was always there. And she shot him again. Got out of the bathroom. She shot him in the bedroom.
I warned you.
Miraculously, Jonathan's still alive. Sandra leaves, but not to get help, to reload. Sandra's gone for 3 minutes. 3 minutes in which the teenager frantically tries to save his life. He calls 911, begging them to hurry.
I've been shot. Stay calm, right, then? My grandma shot me.
It must have been a horrific time for him. A time of terror, betrayal, and agony.
She shot me again.
Police arrive to the sound of gunfire. Tragically, they're just too late.
17 and gone. Because one of the people in his life that he should have been able to trust with every fiber of his being, that woman, his grandmother, shot him dead.
Sandra surrenders to the police.
I shot my grandson.
Put the gun on the floor.
But she claims self-defense.
Where is he?
He's just up there, up the stairs.
Sandra said she shot the gun in self-defense. But she reloaded, and there were 18 shots.
In 2013, Sandra Lane is convicted of her grandson's murder. She's sentenced to a minimum of 22 years in prison.
Here was a woman who wanted control and would not tolerate the slightest defiance of her will. For that, Jonathan Hoffman died.
Sandra is in custody minutes after the murder. It takes nearly a decade for the police to catch up with Iftikhar and Farzana Ahmed. When one of Shafilia's sisters is questioned over a robbery, now an adult, she finally talks.
There's something else I'd like to talk to you about.
For Alicia, it's impossible to overstate how frightening a situation this was for her.
Your sister's murder.
It was Mum and Dad. Mum said she was a disgrace.
It must have been horrendous for Alicia to keep that secret about the murder of her own sister for so long.
Farzana and Iftikhar Ahmed are finally arrested. In 2012, they are convicted of murder and sentenced to life. No chance of parole for 25 years.
That Farzana was the main instigator of the murder of her own daughter. How could she encourage her own husband to join forces with her to kill this child, this innocent child,